My wannabe son has given up his sister to one of his gang buddies as proof of loyalty. He's livid that I am not paying for his college like his other siblings. My family and I used to be a good little family. We cared about one another, loved spending time together, and so on. I don't know when nor how it started, but Alex became a bad kid when he was 15, and was not just teenager rebellious. He started smoking, drinking, and hanging out with a bad crowd. He started talking back to me and his mother, and would pick up fights with all of his siblings for no reason. I tried everything with him, therapy, rehab, the whole bunch, you name it. But he simply wouldn't listen. We lived in constant fear when he went out for hours of the day. Many police calls. I can't even count how often he returned in a police car. His siblings, apart from Carmen, gave up on him. I didn't want my son to become such a hateful person like I used to be when I was in my teens, and I simply couldn't give up on him. When he was 16, everything came to a blow. Alex had invited Carmen to hang out at a park, and Carmen got excited thinking Alex was making a first step to reconnect again with her. But it was worse. The asshole had given up Carmen to one of his gang buddies, his loyalty bullshit. She got to the park and saw Alex's gang mates instead of her brother. They tried to pin her down, and luckily she made a lot of noise and fought back a lot, enough for a few people to hear and call the cops, and the boys were not able to do their evil deed. But by the time the cops came, Carmen was beaten nearly to death, and I'm still traumatized about how my baby's face had been violated. She didn't even look like my little girl anymore. That was the last straw for me. That day, I disowned Alex. Carmen got severely traumatized and could not go near any man, including me, for the next few months. Fortunately, we sent her to therapy, and she was better. Anyway, Alex and his friends didn't get in much trouble with the law, as Carmen didn't press charges as she didn't want to see his and the other dudes' faces ever again. And I respected her wishes. Instead, I sent him to live with Grandpa, and he wasn't allowed near any of us anymore. I threatened him, saying if he ever showed his face, he would beat him bloody. He was angry at us saying that we always loved Carmen more than him, and that it was just sex. Fast forward a couple years, Carmen forgave him. I know my angel is capable of forgiving people for doing the worst to her, but the rest, and I don't think we ever will. We started going back to family gatherings. Alex has now gotten better, according to my dad, saying he had therapy and has gotten his behavior under control. Now college is in the questions for my twins. They got into a really good university, and I'm paying for it fully, getting them apartments so they don't have to worry about anything but just studying. When Alex found out I was paying for Matt and Carmen's college in full, he came to me asking why I wasn't doing the same for him. I'll admit it wasn't an easy conversation. I told him straight that after what he did, he was no longer my responsibility, as he wasn't the son I raised. Alex got angry and defensive, saying that was years ago and he's changed now. But how can I believe that after he nearly killed his own sister? Carmen may have forgiven him, but I don't think I ever can. My priority is taking care of the children I still consider my own. Alex accused me of still punishing him and not giving him a fair chance to prove himself. But I reminded him that he had more chances than most people get in life, but he threw them all away with his dangerous choices. Now he has to live with the consequences. I can't risk investing in his future when I don't trust or believe in the person he became.